Hey guys, for today's video we have my next hit or quit it thoughts on hauls. If you guys have never seen one of these videos from me before, basically I'll be reviewing all the things I featured in a haul video a year ago to let you know my current thoughts on those products. I will have the playlist and the original video linked down below, and I will list all of the items. This was my what I got for Christmas haul of 2020. I had a lot of really awesome products here, all high-end products, and that's usually what I ask for Christmas, would be expensive things that I would not buy myself, even though like the past year or so I have purchased more high-end products all on sale, of course, and actually all these things were purchased on sale. The way my family does Christmas is that everybody spends a certain dollar amount, and then like you can basically give suggestions or pick what you want that falls in that price range, and that makes it very drama free. And let me tell you, I finagle things all around to get as much as I can get, and I have a lot of great things here. Some things that I don't love so much, which is a shame, but let's just get into it. So the first thing I have would be the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation in Light Zero Siberia, which is a very fair and yellow tone shade. I love this foundation. This gives very full coverage, has a very matte finish, very long wearing, budge proof. This is like the most full coverage, the most matte foundation I've ever used, but this has a thinner consistency, so that helps for me to keep it from feeling so heavy, unlike a more thick or moussey foundation. So I really love this. I mentioned this in my favorites of last year as like my most favorite glam foundation. So definitely recommend this if you have oily skin. If you have dry skin, I think you're gonna think it's too dry, but this is really good. I absolutely love that. Next would be some cheek products. So the first one was a Jouer blush duo, and this is in the Adore shade. So this color here is Adore Me, and this shade is Hold Me. I chose this because Christy Callum loves the Adore Me shade and has major pan in it, and I actually focused on using this in November, and I featured it in my November makeup ranking. And this color I think is beautiful. I love it. This shade I think is terrible, just because I had to put on so many layers to get it to show up on me, and I have very fair skin. And I know they have another blush duo, maybe it's called Flirt, I can't remember, and the like bright pink color is very bright, but then the other color is almost like a powder. They need to do a way better job with these shades. If this was a blush single, I would like it way more. So I sort of regret buying this or getting it for Christmas. I sort of regret owning this because I'm only using half of the duo. The other one, like, I can build it up. But it is so light. It's like, what's the point? So yeah, that was definitely a bummer. Even though I bought it for the other shade, like I was still hoping I would use the both of them. So that's a shame. Same thing here actually, and this was something else I purchased because of Christy Callum, which of course it's not her fault. It's not her fault here. This is the Mercier Standing Ovation Cheek Palette, and Christy had recommended the blush in peach, and then I saw this palette and I was like, okay, well, why not get this? So you have peach, rosé, and grapefruit. These are pigmented, they are pretty. For some reason in this palette with this little embossing on it, I don't like them as much as I think I would if they were individuals, which is so dumb, and I'm just not reaching for it. I've only used, I think, each of the shades maybe once, and I'm going to try to sell this just because I just am not reaching for it. I would totally be down to get peach as a single, and I actually do have a little sample size of rosé, which is perfect. I mean, if Sephora released a 100-point perk little baby blush of peach, I would totally pick that up and be very satisfied with that, because you guys know it takes forever to get through blush. But yeah, I'm gonna be selling this one. Nothing is really wrong with the quality. It just did not seem special when I put it on, and yeah, I think I would use it more as a single. But the next cheek product I actually really like, and this is from Sigma's holiday collection of last year, and this is their little cheek duo with a blush and a highlight. The blush is permanent. You can buy it individually, and you can get it in the Corde Rosa blush palette. It is Corde Rosa. Then the highlight is in the shade Gilded. I love these. Very pigmented, very smooth, blend nicely, looks so beautiful on the skin. And I tested it this fall to see if I really needed to keep this because I already have the blush, but yes, I do. I love the highlighter so much, and I like having this little duo. The only thing I don't like is that this is raised, so it doesn't, you know, I can't fully maximize my storage space, but it's not raised that badly. But what I do like is that this glitter, it is not coming off on your skin at all. Not at all, which I love. You guys know glitter packaging is so irritating with that. And it came with the F60 soft blend brush. So this is like, you know, like the full size, great quality of the bristles. It's just the handle that is shorter, and such a fun brush that I don't already have, that I especially like using this brush when I'm using the loose Mood Light powder from Jack & Cosmetics. This works so well for that. So very pretty brush, happy to have it. I love it in this color packaging. So out of these three, this is definitely my favorite. Also, as a free gift from Sigma, I got this little mini E32 Exact Blend brush, which really just looks like a fat lid brush. I think I'm actually going to give this one away. I wanted to keep it because it was Sigma, but I don't necessarily see myself using this over some of my other lid brushes. But yet I can't get rid of it. Maybe I'll use it like once or twice to be sure before I pass it on. But I'm going to be doing like a full collection declutter soon, and I might get rid of a couple brushes. All the brushes are so hard for me to get rid of, so because they don't really go bad, you know. I don't know, but it's just like the shape of this is not necessarily what I would go for a packing brush, but Sigma's quality is absolutely fantastic. The next thing I have here is the Jouer Creme Eyeshadow Crayon in the shade Rose Gold. This is kind of fat compared to like the Bobbi Brown and Laura Mercier shadow sticks, and this is pretty, but I feel like it looks like more metallic on the hand than it does on my eyes. And you know, it's a good base. It doesn't crease. It's very long wearing. It is pretty. I don't dislike this, but I definitely could have done without this, especially now that Laura Mercier came out with the Rose Glow collection, which I have all the shades. I bought them myself. I'm just gonna reach for those over this. So I am not ready to declutter this one. I would love to pan it, although I have a lot of other shadow sticks to use up. I would love to pan this, but it's just not my favorite. I think the Laura Mercier are punchier. They have a lot more shades, and they're a little bit smaller, which is good for me because I do have very small lids, and I like to get my cream base in the inner corner with not using a brush. You know, I want to use the stick itself, so it's okay. They have a couple other shades. I definitely wouldn't buy any more of those. I don't necessarily regret it though. And then we got palettes. So this first one is Natasha Denona Mini Zendo. This is such a pretty palette. I don't really like this shade, but these other ones here I absolutely love. I love the color. I love the formula. I have no interest in the full size Zendo because of the shades. I know a lot of people did not like the formula because there are some cream to powder matte shadows. I don't even understand what that means because I'm not familiar enough with Natasha Denona eyeshadows, but I love this color story here. I just don't like this shade because it's almost like a satin, which is weird. Like make it a matte or make it a shimmer, you know what I mean? So the rest of the shades though are gorgeous. Next we have from McGrath. I think this may have been limited edition. This is the Rose Decadence Mothership palette, which has 6 shades. I think my favorite look was using these 3, but all of these are very beautiful. I love these smaller palettes because they have the actual design of the palette, where her larger ones, it's like the box is very pretty, but the packaging is just plain black, which if you have them all in your collection, you basically need to keep them in the boxes, or you're gonna have to open up each of them unless you organize them by number, or but Pat McGrath is such an expensive brand, and I actually got, some things this 2020, I'm getting some things in 2021, but I don't know. She's just real expensive, but I really love this palette. I think the quality is great. I really, really like this shade, so super happy to have this one. And then I also got last year's holiday palette, which is the Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity. And this one's okay. I mean, like, the quality is good. I just don't use this very much because there's 3 mattes in here, and I would rather have more shimmers than mattes, but you could have given us, like, yeah, if they could have done, so there are 6 columns of 3. If they could have given us 3 columns of mattes and then 3 of shimmers, or, you know, yeah, I would like that better. 3 columns of mattes or 2 columns of mattes. 6 mattes, like you only have 3. So if you could have given us 6, 9 mattes, that would have been much better, especially because these aren't all pinky tones. For some reason, these 2 shades here really throw me off when it comes to like the color section of this palette. If you cover these up, I think I would be down for it a little bit more. It's just like all of the mattes go with like a more pinky look. So anyway, the formula is good. I just don't reach for this very often. I don't necessarily regret buying this though. I got it with a gift card with that coupon that they give. And here's the thing. My plan for this holiday season was when they do that coupon that's like 20 off 75, 25 off 75 or 50 or whatever. You know that coupon they do in December. I was going to use that coupon, use some gift cards, and buy the large holiday Pat McGrath palette because I like the colors in this year's palette better than I did last year's palette. Well, they did 20% off for everyone, which is great, but I made rouge this year, so I didn't need that. But I was like, is this going to be instead of that coupon? I never, you know, got clarification. I never heard either way, so I just assumed we're going to have that coupon, and then we never did. And the palette sold out, so yeah. That's a shame. I don't think I would get it just for 20% off. And I know it was even more on sale on her website, but I was like, oh no, I'm gonna wait and buy it from Sephora. So that's a lame thing. It's a bummer. You know, if it restocks or something, I might get it. But anyway, this is very pretty. When you like look at these shades individually, they are really pretty. It's like I said, mostly these 2 shades throw me off right here. And I wish there were more mattes, but you know, it's fine. I actually am more excited about this one than this one, even though this has more shades in it, but good quality. Then we have the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude, and I just reviewed this in my monthly makeup ranking as well. I really like this palette. The quality is fantastic. Like I mentioned before, her mini palettes I think are very inconsistent. I resist the temptation to buy them because you never know what you're getting. The Nude Obsessions, I have all 3 of them. Those are fantastic, but like all the other little collections she does are like all over the place. But her large palettes are very good, and this one is fantastic. I love it. The slippery shade, so stupid. Her Rose Quartz palette, she did another one. I think she just wanted people to talk about it because she knew like nobody liked it. Like if you watch one review, nobody liked it, and a lot of people like scooped the thing out of their palette because they hated it so much. But great quality, absolutely love this. And Huda is like expensive as well. Then we have the only one product that I have not used yet, and I'm very proud of myself. That is something that I did a much better job of this year because I was doing these monthly makeup rankings. It made me test and review things sooner, and I'm so happy about that. So I definitely am going to continue that for the foreseeable future. But this is the one thing I have not used yet, and I've thought about selling this, but I think I want to use it because these are totally colors that I would love. So this is the Too Faced and L'Oreal Amore Caliente palette. Very pretty. I think I would use all of these except maybe not the hot pink and hot orange, although I might use like a little bit of them. I think it depends how they like sheer out and whatnot, but this color looks so pretty and it's really drawing me in. So anyway, I've not used it yet. I will review it in a monthly makeup ranking. I just, you know, prioritize some other things. This color, Senorita, is really pretty. Hot and Spicy is really pretty. Yeah, I think I am going to keep that one. Then I got 2 lip products. The first was something I bought because of Chrissy Kellum. I think she wore this on her wedding day. And this is the Laura Mercier Velour Extreme Matte Lipstick in Vibe. This is so beautiful. I love this warm mauve color. And it's not too dark. Where for some reason a lot of mauves, like this one, end up looking pretty dark on me. This does not. It is so pretty. This is an incredible matte formula. It is very smooth and comfortable, kind of like a silicone formula. Very pretty. I love this shade, and unfortunately, like all the other colors in here are a little darker or they're reds, and that's a bummer because this formula is so good. Although these are very expensive. I have seen a couple shades of these at TJ Maxx before, and I think maybe they had some limited edition shades. Anyway, this is incredible. Definitely recommend this. Super happy to have this in my collection. And then I got the Tower 28 Milky Lip Jelly in the shade Coconut. So I really love this formula. For some reason, I have not reached for the shade a whole time. I think I've just been testing a lot of new lip products this year. but here's what it looks like. I love it. It has a nice glossy finish. The coverage is light medium to medium, which I'm totally fine with. I don't like really full coverage glosses. I would love for them to come out with more shades in their lines because I think this is a really superb formula that people really love. And Tower 20 is super affordable. I want to say these are $14 full price, which I don't think is bad at all. So definitely recommend that. Then I had gotten some travel sprays of perfume. This first one is Dolce Gabbana, the only one. I absolutely love this scent. I recently featured this in a video about things that make me feel grown, so I'll link that. And then we have the Clean Reserve Solar Bloom, which I bought off of a sample. I got both of these off of a sample, and I've not used this one at all this year, so I definitely need to because I do like this. And then with one of my orders, I got a little mini bottle of the Clean Reserve Acqua Neroli, and I really liked that one. I don't think I would buy it, but I'd be tempted to get like another little baby bottle of it. Let me tell you the fragrance notes because I listed them in my description box. So for Dolce Gabbana, the only one, the fragrance notes are violet, bergamot, coffee, iris, vanilla, and patchouli. I'm usually not a big fan of bergamot and patchouli, but there's enough of those other scents to help like balance it out for me. And then for the Solar Bloom perfume, it was bergamot, orange blossom, and coconut water. Then for the Acqua Neroli scent, it was mandarin, neroli, which I don't even know what that is, and amber. But I'm very picky about perfumes and I did really enjoy those. So overall, not bad. There's nothing in here that I absolutely hate, but there were some things I was disappointed in that I'm going to attempt to sell at the beginning of 2022. I need to be better about that. For some reason, I'm just nervous about it. I haven't tried to sell anything in a long time and it makes me nervous for some reason. But let me know if you're interested in any of the products that I mentioned that I might want to sell here. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.